New at 11 tonight, Mount Pleasant Votes held a candidate forum at Town Hall. Jane Caroline Fusco was there. She spoke to candidates and Mount Pleasant residents about the issues. Jane?
Mount Pleasant candidates for mayor, town council, and Mount Pleasant Waterworks gathered here tonight to meet voters and spread their campaign messages. Now, a few dozen residents were here tonight. They met the candidates and asked questions to them. So tonight, some of the top issues in Mount Pleasant include overdevelopment, property taxes, and new infrastructure plans, including the Highway 41 corridor improvement project. The candidates answered a question about the Highway 41 expansion project. Many of them said that a decision needs to be made quickly. One of the organizers, Mike Van Horn, says it's important for candidates to have a space to tell voters their views on specific topics.
When you end up in a debate, somebody can cannibalize the conversation. It's important that each individual has that opportunity to speak what they need to, and everybody is content in listening to that answer that they give.
Other topics that were covered include property taxes, increased pay for first responders, decorum and civility, tree canopies, and access to the arts. Each candidate was given the same amount of time to respond to questions, and they weren't able to address one another in a debate style. Mayor Will Haney, Mike Tinkey, and Catherine Whittaker were not in attendance. Election Day is November the 4th, and early voting begins on Monday. In Mount Pleasant, Jane Caroline Fusco, ABC News 4.
We're only a few weeks away from multiple local elections in the Lowcountry. Early voting in Charleston County starts Monday, October 20th. Early voting gives you the opportunity to pick when and where you cast your ballot to ensure your voice is heard if you can't vote on Election Day. Any registered voter can cast their ballot between 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday until early voting ends on the 31st. Make sure you have a photo ID. The county's Board of Elections says local elections in a non-presidential or midterm year see lower turnouts, so your vote could carry more weight.
Make sure your voice is heard. When we have lower turnout, that means lower amount of people are actually making the decisions that affect your day-to-day life. So we want to encourage people to cast their ballot, do the research.
The deadline to apply for an absentee ballot is also next week, October 24th. Early voters also get a special sticker. It'll be one of 3 winning designs by K through 12 students. Election Day is November 4th.